Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. For those who don't know me, my name is Adrian Nuno. I am a Latina creative living in Chicago. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and leaving a thumbs up for this video. So I had another video in mind that I wanted to make today, but in the end, I felt like this other video idea was calling to me more, particularly about how, let's just be honest with ourselves, life is a little overwhelming right now. You know, whether it's the level of uncertainty, whether it's bad news after bad news after bad news coming along. I think a lot of people, myself included, have been wondering, how are we supposed to move forward in a time when we don't really know what's next, what's coming our way. And so I wanted to change the location of this video. I'm literally on my couch right now, having the camera on my coffee table because this video is going to be a little bit more, I don't know if serious is the right word, but like it's going to be a little bit more grounded, than my past few videos. So, if you're stuck feeling anxious or uncertain or sad or all of these feelings put together, firstly, just know you're not alone. I have been feeling similarly. A lot of my friends and family have been feeling the same way. I just really want to have a real conversation about how to keep going when life feels uncertain. And I am not one for toxic positivity or, just a positive advice, any of that frankly, that BS. I really want to show and talk about real practical ways to move forward. Frankly, because in these times, we have to know how to move forward. So with that said, the first thing I want to say and acknowledge is it's okay to acknowledge the uncertainty. It's okay to admit that things are hard. Things are not the best, or not the best right now. You don't have to have everything figured out. We live in a world that constantly puts pressure on us to have a plan, to always be in control of things, but sometimes uncertainty, frankly, that's just part of the process. It's unfortunately part of also growing. Growth is kind of getting used to being with the uncomfortableness of it all. I phrased it to a friend once that it's really just learning to dance with the chaos, and finding a way to join the dance. And I think that's really what we have to do right now ourselves, is first and foremost, acknowledge that it's hard right now. Life is hard. Just acknowledge that this is going to be uncomfortable, but this is just how it is right now. This is part of the process, but that's okay. The uncertainty doesn't mean that you're lost or anything. It just means you're growing. It's a growth time for all of us, whether we like it or not, but that's just the way it is right now. The second thing is to focus on small steps that are manageable for you. I feel like, especially when you feel like you don't know what to do next, it could feel overwhelming because it feels like you have to do some massive big thing. But I would say instead, don't focus on that. Focus on one small action at a time. For me, it can look like choosing to meditate every morning and not doing like a 20-minute long meditation, but maybe doing like 5 minutes. Do a 5-minute meditation. Just something that is small and manageable, and that when you complete that task, you complete that part of your routine, it gives you some sense of control back, but also gives you some sense of achievement as well. So I would say, sticking to routines that can help ground you and that are small and manageable for you, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's journaling, even if it's just a few sentences, making sure that you eat something nourishing, even when your mind is spinning. Those small habits, those small ideas can keep you moving, especially in a time when you may not have all the answers and feel like you may lose some sense of control. This can help you get some of that control back. So I would say ask yourself, what is one small thing, what is one thing you can do today, not in a month, not next year, not tomorrow, today, and just start there. And you can always adjust, you can always pivot, but just start somewhere. There's a saying in the world of screenwriting that you can't make edits based off a blank page. You just have to start and then find your footing along the way. Another thing that I would say helped me is kind of reframing the fear of uncertainty or the fear of the unknown. You know, instead of seeing uncertainty as a threat, maybe instead consider seeing it as possibility. The possibility that things can change for the better. One thing I've found a lot over the past several months is that whether or not I worry about something, that doesn't remove the fact that whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And no amount of worrying will change what is meant to be. So the best thing I can do is just believe in the possibility of good things that can happen. Believe that things are going to work out in the best way for me. And even if it doesn't exactly work out in the best way, it's still teaching me a lesson. And maybe it's a blessing in disguise, or maybe it's something that I have to experience in order for me to get to the next step. That will be a positive thing, however that might unfold. Because in the end, negativity can only take you so far. Negativity and constant anxiousness and worrying can only help you so much. And the more it gets you to see the negative things, you will see nothing but negative things. But if you still maintain a sense of hope, some positive possibility can happen, that's where you will start to see the positive possibilities that can happen around you. And I know, especially in these times, it can be hard to see that, and it can be challenging to see that. But just that simple reframing and thinking like that more can help with you seeing, the silver lining, so to speak, in certain things. And I know one thing that I've done to try to help with that is I have a list of affirmations on my phone, and I did an audio recording of me reading all of these affirmations, and I press play every day and I listen to it. At first, I will not lie, I thought it was a little hokey. I thought it was like, oh, okay, is this really gonna work? Like, is affirmations really gonna, change things for me? And honestly, after a few days, I started to see a lot of opportunities in my life, and I started to see things a little bit differently, and it really helped me in so many areas of my life. And so I would actually say it actually did. And lastly, number 4, I would say definitely work on ways to stay present in the here and now and give yourself grace. So if you can, take a deep breath, feel the ground beneath you, whether you're standing and you're feeling your feet touching the ground, or you're sitting and you feel your body touching a couch or a chair. Find ways to keep yourself grounded in the here and now, and just take a deep breath, close your eyes, hear the sounds around you, and just remind yourself, like, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have your whole life figured out. You just have to take the next step, and that's enough. So I will end the video today by saying these final few words. I am definitely not wanting to diminish the fact that we are in challenging times right now, and it can feel very easy to feel defeated or a sense of hopelessness, but know that these times always exist only temporarily, and that it is important in these moments to maintain a sense of hope and to know that you will get through this, and to not be afraid to reach out for help if and when you need it. And I know I need to get better at that thing as well. So that's a goal of mine as well for this year, is to not be afraid to lean to others for help when I need it. And you will be okay. And if I could be that person to tell you that, then I'm happy to be that person for you. And so, yeah, that was my video today. It was just a little, I guess, rant, but not really a rant. Maybe it's more just, me just kind of like letting my thoughts out. I mean, I had some notes written on my phone, but I also kind of just want to just like ad-lib a bit and just take it from there. But I hope these thoughts were of some use to you. Yeah, thank you very much for watching the video today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great week ahead. If you want to watch my previous video where I talk about what it's been like living on my own for the first time in my life, you can check it out right here. And until next time, be safe, be happy, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.